get drafts. Played at 14 GMT, so just played earlier. Let's see, Z40 is on the left. There we are, and drafts. These are not the drafts, these are the drafts. And I guess let's see where T90 is and maybe catch up to him. I'm all discombobulated today. Okay, he's like 15 minutes into game one. And click the button, there we are. Fire Nub is his name, lovely. And let's just check here. What's that looking for? Oh yes, I was posting that on Discord. Alright, and with Capture Age warmed up, it looks like. Here we go. I need to put my logo back. Where's the logo? There's the gold logo. Alright, so welcome everyone. Twitch is playing an ad break. Okay. Oof. Been a while since I've streamed, but here we are back again. We'll have Z40 to the west as the blue Maya, and Fire to the east as the red Armenians. Good, I got my scoreboard on the right sides. What group is this? That is a good question. This is group A, if I recall. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna start my bot. Start streamer bot. And then I can type my command to find Wikipedia. Also, I think we'll maybe watch this one at like 2x speed, because the CT90 is already a good bit of the ways in through it. So we'll just do 2x. So that we're not completely behind. Okay. Streamer bot's unable to refresh stuff. That's fine. What group is this? This is group B. It is group B. Map is African River. There. Now we're good. Now we're all set up. So no super early drushes here. Maybe we can even X4 the Dark Age just a bit. We'll have Maya versus Armenians. An interesting matchup if we get Plumes versus Heritage Champions. The volume control on my headphones. Let me just make sure I'm not bleeding sound through. There we go. And it will be opening with a drush from Fire. Some militias wandering around the outside. Finding Bobab Tree. Finding maybe a way to get in. Getting near a mining camp. And so he's just looking for some damage and might find it at the dock. So just 2x that Vil as the Vil tries to run around. And can't palisade quickball yourself on the shallows. Have to run off. And the Vil will try to do that. Get over to the side. And Feudal Age will be up for fire a bit later. So not really finding too much damage with the Drush. One militia will just stand there menacingly. And there'll be a range opening from Z40. Fire will open with one of those Armenian Dark Age Spearmen. But won't do too much there, just gets the Vil to quick wall and the barracks will go up. Or the blacksmith rather, that'll go up. And then to the side we'll have a Hulk. Oh my gosh, it's the Hulks. It's gonna be nothing but Hulk. Oh, but look, you can garrison the fishing ships in the dock, so this Hulk will do nothing. Shouldn't the dock be shooting at the Hulk right now? That's what it's supposed to do, right? I guess does it not auto-shoot the Hulk? Right? Like it shoots 3 arrows by the looks of it. I think it could have destroyed the Hulk there. Docks should be very good against Hulks. Oh my gosh, did you see the sail just change? Did you see that sail just change? It was a tall vertical sail. Wait, yeah. Oh my gosh, the sail's changing. Oh, what? The sails on the Hulks are changing back and forth based on what they're, what? This is a capture age thing? Okay, I gotta go check that in game. That's gotta be just a capture age thing, right? That's not an in-game bug. That'd be hilarious if it were. Trying to watch this. Oh, it happens in game. It does have. Oh my gosh. Is my game bugged? Do I need to like verify my game files? That is crazy. Armenian Hulks like turning into the African sails there. Alright, well, first DE bug of the day. And again, let me just make sure I'm not going to pass T90. He's around 25 minutes into the game. Hulks. Oh, now the dock's shooting. Archers are pretty good against Hulks too, if I recall, that they have low pierce armor. See if the archers get by near the stone. Pick off a couple of Vils over here. Around the top, Fire has a forward dock, and he will be amassing Hulks inside of it. But still stuck in the Feudal Age, don't know what he'll really be able to accomplish. Some crossbows being finished over here, no demos to pick them off. That sail changing is going crazy. And look, more towers everywhere. So Fire needing to do a full tower defense here. It's the only way to keep all the Maya crossbows away. We'll have lots of garrison time and lots of idled Vils, but at least they won't be dead. I'll be like keeping the fishing ships in the dock. And Fire's still managing to hold his own on the water, if he is even fallen behind a bit. And all the TC up for Z40, so that'll be his third 1, 2, 3 TCs, and he is booming away. Is this light like extra bright compared to what it normally is? I think it is. Yeah. There you go. It resets every so often. I think it's because my power went out the other day. I had a power outage, and I think that might have reset the light. There's probably like some battery in it that maintains the previous setting that died when the power went out. And it was super bright. It was blinding me. I'm like, wait a minute. It shouldn't be this bright when I'm trying to cast. Oh, Lion kills a crossbow. Ugh, the Lion gets a crossbow. I don't know how I caught that on 2 times speed, but I did. Hello, Eric. How you doing, Eric? Oh, I also need to check my YouTube chat. I need to make sure I'm watching YouTube. Hello, Kai World, No Zombie, and Sweezabolka. Tapa says, Celts versus Maya. Oh, it does. It should say Maya versus Armenians. Thank you. I didn't fix everything. Thank you very much. I need to get back into the groove of streaming. I'm very discombobulated this morning. I had I had a couple days where I was grinding on doing map scripting, and then I had a migraine, and I wasn't able to stream for a few days. This is the first day I'm feeling like 90% of the way there. And hello, Snoopy. How you doing, Snoopy? Thanks for stopping by the chat. Good morning. It's not quite afternoon yet here. Almost afternoon. Alright, so let's just make sure. Double check again. Triple check I'm not in front of Tristan. Let's see. Okay, he's a good 2 minutes ahead. So, we have a castle drop. We have a castle drop here from Z40. And on the water, looks like that dock going down. Mangonel gets a hit. And the Vils come forward for Z40 to finish the castle. And we will indeed have plumed archers. And I wonder what the Armenians will do against the plumed archers. Nice new flags on the Maya castle. That's nice. I like that. Do they change color as I change the player color? Oh, yes, they do. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Look at all those colorful flags. I'll have to see if I get used to them while playing. My first impression was there was so much player color in them, I didn't recognize they were flags. But maybe that gets better over time. Alright, and as the crossbows come over, though, I think Fire's in a very rough spot. He might be able to call it pretty soon. Especially with a castle on his face. He's trying to extend to the outside. You know, ACCM might stay playing for a while, but we saw those 3 TCs from Z40 a while ago. He's been booming. Yeah, there's a couple of crossbows will go down. Oh, it'll be another castle drop. Yeah, and this will probably end it. There we go. Alright, and looks like I didn't get too far ahead of T90 either. There's the GG. And alright, game number 1. Military 48 to 40 KD. The eco of the Maya making a good play here. The initial drush not really doing too much. Make sure this still says B. If I gotta remember, I gotta swap my scoreboard over. 5:30 p.m. Nice. Hope you're having a good evening then. That's the time of day that is. So let's check what we got going on these drafts for F1Re. That'll be a win for Z40. I'd expect a 3-0 win for Z40, but you never know when Fire can pull an upset. That's the Maya over the Armenians. So good still to have the Persians in the draft. Alright, so game number 2 on High Tides.
Barbarossa, I do hate to strike you when you're down, but the Lombard League has agreed that I would make a better emperor. So sorry.
And here we go. Now let me swap set my overlay up. Get this. So Fire will be the Dravidians. Z40 will be the Persians. Z41 game 1. There. Alright, got the overlay up. I need to get back into the groove, and thank you, Hypno, for the sub. Thank you so much. I totally missed that. Thank you so much. I need to get back into the flow of things. Being pinged everywhere on Discord right now. Anyway, so Fire. He'll be to the west as the Red Dravidians, Z40 to the east as the Blue Persians. And High Tides, the question is how quickly do they dock? And as good as the Dravidians are on water, I have to like the Persians in this map. They're just so good. Henry, did you play the custom campaign? What custom campaign? Is there a new custom campaign out I should be aware of? I've done custom campaigns in a while. I'd love to get back to those. All the custom campaigns I played though, they were added to Victors and Vanquished. I'm still waiting. I need Forgotten Empires to stop making DLCs so that Lord Bassa has time to work on the Shadows of Calparea. It's what, 5 years ago that was due out. I'm still waiting for it. Maybe I should just revisit some of those old Hey, okay, Heaven. Oh, Henry the Lion. Yes. The sub-alert was Henry's voice. Okay. Gotcha. Yes, the sub-alert was Henry's line. Does Henry the Lion have a custom campaign? That sounds like fun. Maybe I should check that out. There is one. No, I played, what was it? It was Apronic years ago I played. That was a good one. Oh, why did that elephant just stop? Did you see that? What? What? The cat scientist. All right. Once I'm done with these Brazil maps, I'll have to check it out. I was thinking of playing the campaigns for the new DLC. Well, then I didn't hear good things about them. I saw a lot of the Steam reviews complaining about them. Maybe I'll have to play them just to see for myself. Kind of want to see how some of the new scenery objects and architecture and map design aspects are used as I kind of get into the flow of designing maps. And here, again, we're seeing the downside. You can't quick wall the Vil on the Shallows terrain, and Fire will try to save the Vil. Z40 will do what he can to block, but no Alcatraz for Fire. Kills the Vil, and that is not the start Fire wanted on this map, not at all. And he will call the GG right away. Oh, that is a quick 2-0 for Z40. And honestly, losing a Vil that fast, I can't blame Fire. Can't blame him at all, but he clearly doesn't have much to play for. Final week of the standings, and probably just wants to get it over with. Oh no, poor Fire. Poor Fire. Hopefully that wasn't just like the wreck going out of sync and he actually resigned, because I totally understand to resign there, but oh man. Alright, so we need one more wreck to get posted. Let's see, it was T90. Yapping during that one. Yeah, okay, T90's at the end. Yeah, just making sure we're not missing it. Oh, he also lost the Vil to an elephant? Okay, that doubly makes it worse. That makes sense, you lose a Vil to the elephant while you're trying to lure like that. Welcome back, hope I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I'm not great yet, but I am feeling better. Thank you. Good enough I can watch Fire's gameplay. These games don't take that long, apparently. I'm hoping for more, though. I'm hoping that in game number 3 things work out. Oh, okay, I was also going to do one thing. I was gonna try to make my streaming easier by making a custom dock in OBS. And what is my YouTube video ID for the stream? Doesn't. Oop. Alright. Now I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need YouTube to chat, because I tried to get the chat pinned into OBS, and I can't actually. Can I type there myself? I need to log in with a Google account. I don't know my password. I don't know if I can type in my chat, but I can view it. The cardigan, they're very snazzy. Thank you, thank you. And I totally accidentally swapped my scene. I mean, there's so many things I need to get back into the flow of again. I can feel, I can feel it. The migraine and the coming back to it. Oh man, this is hard. Shouldn't be so hard to click here, to sit here and click buttons, but it is. And hello, do all the quests. Hope all of your quests are getting done today. Still waiting for game 3. I had R-Base posted game 1, Petito game 2. I need someone to post game 3. Game 2 was too long. So how are you guys all doing in the chat? What's been going on while I haven't been here? Oh yeah, I finally had my appointment to drop my car off at the repair place. So it's getting repaired. I have a rental car, and need to get used to driving it. We've had so much snow here. On Monday, Monday was the day I was supposed to drop my car off, but we had so much snow that the repair place closed for only the second time in the past 10 years. And the Enterprise Rent-A-Car was also closed on Monday, so then I did everything on Tuesday, and it's dropped off now, and I'm probably gonna have another month or so until I get my car back. But it's been taken care of. A Ferrari rental? Actually, I once was given, well, I don't know anything about cars, so I'm trying to remember. I think it was like I got a sports car from that Enterprise once. It was like a Dodge, whatever, like, what are their sports cars called? Like a Challenger? It's not like a fancy car, but was that it? Yeah, it was a Dodge Challenger. Also, I'm just gonna test. I'm gonna test if I type in my YouTube chat, does that show up in OBS? It does. Ooh, okay. Chat, we might be onto something, and I can keep my OBS window open. I don't need a second window open for YouTube. So I'm working on OBS. Hopefully getting OBS working better. I wonder if fishing ships unupgraded gathering slightly slower changes any math on build orders enough to make a difference. I honestly don't know about that. I've not really been figuring that into my own builds too much. People go up so quickly nowadays. And now that you have the force drop hotkey, at least compared to the AOC days, I'd imagine the Dark Age probably is still better than it was back then. But into Feudal Age, it probably starts to matter more. Coming with the back in my days. Back when my build orders were learned from reading Chris's book. Oh, there's game 3. Okay, game number 3. And alright, let's set the scoreboard up before I tab into it this time. Be all nice and proper. Georgians and the way, and I forgot to set the map the last game. It is Valley. Boom, and look at that beautiful scoreboard we have. Makes us sound old. I feel old. I feel it in my knees. So we'll have Z40 as the blue Georgians, like this wonderful blue water in the middle of Valley, as we'll have Fire as the red Way. Georgians versus Way. Georgians with the mule cart should be pretty aggressive at taking the hunt in the middle, at least I hope so. That's how I've seen Yo play them on this map before. The Way, just a very good eco, all things considered, and we also have a very forward wood line for Z40, so I think his map's probably a bit better than Fire's map is. I know T90 and I were talking, I do want to make a small adjustment to the wood lines. I've been out of it with the migraine the past few days, but maybe tonight I'll get to some more map scripting. Maybe keep this wood line a bit farther away from the middle so we don't have something like this happening. Where one player basically has... Well, I mean, it's not like Fire has a bad map, right? As much as sometimes these maps have a wood line in the front, versus not in the front. It's not like Fire's map is hard to wall. He goes right to the edge, and then straight to the TC. And actually has a super easy map to wall. And I mean, even a decent TC spot if he's going to go TC on the gold plus the wood line. So oh my gosh. As much as he just got lamed, that's not good. But as much as his map is kind of open on the front, it's actually very easy and safe to wall. Versus z40, who has to do a bit more walling if he wants to use the TC as part of the wall. Not that he has a hard map to wall, and once he does wall, it'll be a much larger wall, but I think it's actually a bit trickier to get a good wall up because you have such a big gap between this wood line and the TC that there's no quick and easy way to close up the right side of the base and keep the gold safe. Yeah, this is also where I need my chat. Even if you're on Twitch, I need your help because I need to. I'm trying to dock my YouTube chat into OBS so I can read both of them at once. I can't display them mixed together on stream, but I can put them in OBS. So if anyone can like type in the YouTube chat and just confirm to me that the chat is continuing to scroll and like doesn't need to be refreshed and doesn't lock up or freeze, that'd be great. Because sometimes I feel the YouTube chat freezes if I dock it in OBS, that's why I don't do it. But it's so annoying to have to alt-tab so much. I might just need to just be running a server that pulls the chat myself. Alright, let's see, still nothing being spammed there, so hopefully we're good. So a couple of militia forward for z40. I have seen a couple of games that devolved into endless drushes on this map, drushes into men-at-arms. That's the type of gameplay we were expecting. And you can see right here how easy it is for Fire, as long as he pays attention to get this walled up. Yo, 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 hello Timaloy. Must be a huge Mr. Yo fan. Hello, hello. And now the drush from z40, not able to do any damage. Fire will wall up everything and be absolutely safe. There'll be loom on the way for z40. And a house with a few palisades coming up. One vill is stuck down. I'll delete it. He'll be fine. Just needed to wall an extra tile out. Yeah, he did need another tile. That's something you got to be aware of. We can get 3 vills. Don't wall 3 vills into 1 tile. That's something Chris's book taught me too. I forget if it had that exact example, but there were like this. There were examples of there were some ASCII art diagrams of don't put your vills in certain positions because they get stuck while chopping wood. And there's another stuck vill. So the drush managing to do damage. Managing to do some damage to Fire, who wall up to the edge. And the drush also buying some time in the middle of the map. As Feudal Age is on the way for z40. And the vills will be chopping wood at the mule cart. Love how close they are on the river and they probably don't even know. Well, let's see. Oh, well, Fire knows. Fire knows. Z40 might not. He might not. He might have seen the corpse of a chicken earlier. Oh, but Fire, he scouted this and he's saying, yeah, let's go. Let's go fight. Let's fight. As the way, I think he would actually want to get up to the Feudal Age because then he can start doing the eco-techs for more vills. But he's sending everyone. He's sending 8 vills. 8 versus 6. Can't really do anything with the scout, and all those vills he sent, he'll use them to take the middle and now do a mill. And does Fire want to fight this? There's Feudal for z40. Here come the militia. Whacking away at z40's militia. You'll have to actually defeat me mindset to this game and just dig in no matter what happens. You want to see some vills stonewalled in the corners? And he'll lose a scout, but he'll get the militia. And at the very least, forces Z40 out of the middle. Z40 doesn't have his scout anymore. Lost that earlier. And Z40 is heading out to the berries. Fire's still Dark Age. Let's go. Part of me says, let's hope Fire takes a forever Dark Age approach to this game because of how easily he's walled. He can even go now with some extra time over to the edge of the map. Full and feudal, staying in the middle of the map. Scouts now for Z40, but if Fire is fully walled, this would be a great spot for the Armenians if you get some Dark Age spears. Just spamming to confirm it's working, but you're a Yo fan too? Well, I think Mr. Yo has a lot of fans. He's been a player for a really long time. He has a wonderful custom keyboard that is amazing. There's more palisades going up for Fire. I've always used a tanky-less keyboard, but I don't know if anyone pays attention to the gaming keyboard market space. But I've been seeing that 60% keyboards, things that are even smaller, have been popular in recent years. I was thinking of trying one out, but I really do need the function keys for running Age of Empires. Yo is the chosen one. They're attacking some vills. You've rocked a Logitech Wave for like 15 years now. I've always used a Razer Death Adder mouse and Black Adder keyboard. I'm trying to figure out what new ones to get. So I would like a wireless keyboard, but ideally it'd be one that has like wireless charging on it too, so I wouldn't need to plug it into a USB port. You have 80% one right now, but I'm not happy with it. Blender uses numpad a lot. Yeah, I don't use the numpad. I prefer having the mouse closer to the keyboard, and if I need a numpad, sometimes I get an actual numpad, and I put it on the left side, and I use it with my left hand. And I mean, now that I think about it, kind of using the keyboard, it is actually kind of annoying having all the arrow keys there. But I do use the arrow keys enough that I think I need arrow keys. A little bit axe and horse collar for Fire. Otherwise, I'd need to get back to my Vim key bindings. And so at least Fire's up to feudal, and he will probably want man-at-arms with all those militia he has left over. Feels like he's playing a campaign over here on the edge of the map. Couple of rabbits, hares, couple of hares. Oh my gosh, double hares on top of each other trying to jump off the edge. What is that pathing that lets them go directly on top of each other? That doesn't feel like that should be possible. Like, not at all. Like, not at all possible. Anyway, lots of scouts for Z40, but Fire's actually ahead in vills, and Res Collected are actually ahead for Fire. As my voice just dies for a second. Oh man, this whole getting back to streaming thing from being sick. It's an adventure this morning. The archers take down a vill. And the scouts and the archers will keep running around to break through the houses, and we'll have a tower go up for Fire. The scouts will try to break through the house. We'll see how far off that villager gets pushed back. As a couple of spears taken out by archers, but they do buy enough time for the tower to go up, so Fire stays safe for now. And Z40 is continuing to pressure the front of his base. Z40 somehow is completely unaware of this clandestine economy in the corner of the map. And with a blacksmith fletching upgrade on the way for fire. As archers keep trying to push through. And we'll have a tower up on the outside for fire. A couple of scouts coming down the hilltop, attacking the villas and the hares, and killing the villagers. Villas all going down. Ooh, a couple of kills there. So 2-1 Vil KD now for fire. And with all the Vil fighting they had in the early game, Z40 was doing a lot of running. And fire actually taking the lead now. Bloodlines on the way for him, but Z40 up to feudal. So bloodlines and a longer feudal age. Probably for a better eco overall for fire. But with bloodlines, he'll take the fight. And actually, bloodlines is a scary upgrade. And all of a sudden, he's actually winning the fight. Well judged with bloodlines. Has to be wary of Vils chopping through. I don't have any snoozes on the ads. Twitch, I haven't streamed in a week. You haven't reset my snoozes on the ads? Come on, Twitch, what is this? Twitch doing me dirty. So, scaleboarding armor and castle age for Z40. Both on the way. And here's a spear fighting the scouts. Spear pokes it. Scouts have to run away. And there's Z40 up. And we'll have another TC on the gold in the back. And the bloodlines for Z40. And a wheelbarrow for fire. Blow farms out for fire too. He's looking to stonewall himself, make sure Z40 can't get in. Has to buy time until he can get up too. Yeah, bloodlines and blacksmith upgrades gives you really beefy scouts. Really beefy scouts. Spears poking scouts. There's the TC up. And a few light cav getting in. Oh, this could be a nasty raid. This could be a nasty raid for Z40. That should be 2 Vils dead right from the start. Oh, I think that Vil hopped in the tower there. But the gold not fully walled in. Panic walls, fire reacts in time. So he still is up by 11 Vils, but still is feudal. And not quite able to go up yet. Not beefy enough to fight 4 spears. You need some beef to fight 4 spears. That's very true. Fires walling Vils in every nook and cranny he can find in his base, using that straggler tree to its best. He's sending Vils out to the farms again. Got the spear there, maybe he can run. He's finding another area to wall another Vil. The gold still is open, the light cav are in. The Vils have to run, the spear goes down, there are more Vils back on the farms that are exposed. They'll take a couple of hits, maybe she'll get to the tower. Vil's running to that tower pretty successfully. Fire buying food, he really wants to go up, he's bringing his scouts back, his beefy scouts, but they're not light cav. And another wall, but that should be another dead Vil. No? Okay, he doesn't dive the Vil. More worried about fighting the scouts. And now, remember that Vil lead that Fire had? That's all but disappeared. As we now have 1, 2, 3 TCs for Z40. And this is looking pretty darn good for Z40. And no forging. That's true, no forging. Not as bad as it could have been, but he's starting to make cav archers, and we all know how scary those are in the year 2026. Some cav archers. So house goes down. And Light Cav will pick off a couple of Vills. Some weak Vills. They're fighting back. And the Light Cav finally do get cleaned up. But by this point, Fire's down by 13 Vills. And this is even a 4th TC now from z40. And now he honestly can just start amassing Cav archers to defend while adding in churches around his eco. Boom, and then just wait until he can overwhelm Fire. He's won this one pretty confidently now, I'd say. Yeah, my fault for forgetting to run the ads between the games. Usually whenever Twitch autoplays an ad, though, it resets the timer, so hopefully I'll get my snoozes back after this. I'll just be missing some booming.
Get you arse. Igostre marjwe.
And Light Cav trying to kill some archers. Will it get both of them? I think it will. Light Cav, ooh, look at it go. Look at it go, Fire rating, adding more TCs. He's gonna need a lot of rays to catch up though, as he's down by 30 Vills. 30 Vills is tough. There's another chain barding armor upgrade for Fire. He'll add another TC. Maybe 3 TCs for him. Z40 will come over with Cav Archer. Start getting more fortified churches up. Yeah, and this is what you need from the Georgians. Fortified churches everywhere. Ballistics handcart on the way. And why don't you say hi? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How come the Brazilian maps? Pretty well, actually. I have 2 more that I need to basically draft. I'm at the stages where we're pretty good with 9 out of the 11 maps in terms of time to start doing balance adjustments and playtesting to them. And I basically have 2 more. I'm trying to get a kind of watery map and kind of a foresty wooded map. And then I think we have a pretty well-rounded map pool. We have a couple of closed maps. We did try to do a couple of fun designs with explosive barrels. Explosive barrels were added in the DLC. I'm sure people will come up with creative ideas to use them. So, alright, castle race. Fire will do a more defensive castle, not going to challenge the hill. He can feel Z40 coming forward for the castle. Cut the one without explosive barrels. I only put explosive barrels on 1 map, but I hope it's a fun map, though. I had an idea for, if you remember, you kind of had 2 ideas from maps between, what was the one from LY Cup? Lookout, and then there was that map Basmo from Warlords that kind of you start with your 9 start eco and your base split up into different areas. I split your base up into 3 different areas with like some palisades, but then I put explosive barrels all over. So the palisades are not all that safe. So, there we are. GG, Z40 was ahead for quite a while there, and does finish it off. So, congrats to Z40. No real surprise there. At least Fire did put up more of a fight in this game. In that transition, feudal to castle, where Z40 was able to boom while doing all that damage, Fire got stuck in feudal. And the ecos were close for a while, until no more. So, GG's. That was a low death counter. Yeah, what is the 34 RF ZG% thing. I've seen that meme around. I don't know what it means though. I think I'm away for a couple days and the kids come up with new memes. So that's Georgians over the way. One of the French players said it before GGing. 34 RFZG%. Someone smashed their keyboard instead of GGing. Ah, okay, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Was it Siscon? Was it Baba Urum? Yeah, there are. Alright, anyway, I'm going to take a quick break myself. I'll be right back, and then we'll get into the next set, which I guess we're starting a bit early, but it'll be Capoch versus Sobek, and then after that will be Daniel versus Kasva.
Another glorious loss for France. I hope you really can turn the tide of this war, Joan of Arc.
TY for all the silver and gold coverage. Take my sub as appreciation. Thank you very much. Thank you for the prime sub. Appreciate it very much. And let's see, let me do some title updating for the moment. Next we're gonna have, this is going to be Capoch versus Sobek, and Daniel versus Asfa. Grab the next one. Played earlier today too. So Capoch will be on the left. Sobek on the right. And where the maps going? There we are. So again, this is a weird situation for Capoch, where Sobek, I believe, is out. I don't think there's a chance he can qualify anymore, or a chance that he can finish in the top 4 anymore, just because of how, yeah, I think he needed Fire to pick up a win to have a chance against Z40, but not going to happen anymore. Instead, what we're going to have is this is all about Capoch. Capoch now has 9 wins. Doubt and Sorakuma each have 10, but they play each other, and Capoch right now would win the tiebreaker against both of them. So if Capoch wins 3-0, he might still finish 3rd if either of Doubt or Sorakuma sweeps. But if Capoch wins 3-0 and that set is not a sweep, then everyone has 12 wins, or Capoch would be tied with 12 wins and would hold the tiebreaker because he won 2-1 over both Doubt and over Sorakuma. So sweep here for Capoch is important for Capoch. Now Sobek, a good player, but certainly not at the top of the group, I'd say. Not up there with Doubt, Sorakuma, and Capoch. Z40 hates circles in the draft. Yeah, but there have been a lot more circle maps recently. I guess maybe that's just due to map scripting tools letting us add circles more easily. Alright, and here we go. Game number 1 will be Reverse Acropolis. Vietnamese for Capoch, Bengalis. Reverse Acropolis. So here we go. I think I got my scoreboard all set up properly. We will have Sobek as the red Bengalis to the northwest and Capoch as the blue Vietnamese to the north, to the southeast. I can get my directions correct, and to the southeast. Capoch has got some great civs in the draft here. The draft, yeah, there's still money for Sobek to play for, right? There's still money. The draft's gonna be important, and now Bengalis Vietnamese feels almost like this should play out Phosphor-Rathas versus Skirmishers. Maybe versus Fire Lancers. How do Fire Lancers do? They probably beat Rathas, don't they? Fire Lancers are OP. Fire Lancers beat everything. They beat pretty much everything. Vills go and attack the deer. And early deer push from Capoch. So as I said, Capoch looking for a sweep. Needs a sweep to put himself in the best opportunity to finish first. And if he doesn't get a sweep, then I don't think he actually can finish first. Because if Doubt or well, no matter what, if Doubt or Sorakuma sweep, then Capoch can't finish first because he'll have fewer wins. He'll be second. If they finish 1 and 2, and they tie with Capoch, Capoch would lose the tiebreaker against the winner. And if he doesn't win 2 games, then they outright beat him. Yeah, so he really does need a sweep here. He really needs a sweep. Oh, Doubt Sorokuma, did they play that already? I didn't cast it yet, though. You're right, I didn't cast it, but they played it. I checked the oh, you're right. I checked the standings yesterday before they played it, but then they played it. Yeah, what was the result of that then? Because that matters for Capoch. What was the result of that? Like if one of them won 3-0, Doubt won 2-1. Okay, so Doubt won 2-1. Doubt won 2-1 then. So Capoch needs a sweep. If Capoch gets a sweep, then he's first. If Capoch doesn't get a sweep, then Doubt's first. That's how it works. And Sorokuma, in all likelihood, is third then. Sorokuma took the last map on Monocle. Alright. So that means Capoch needs a sweep. The dream is still alive for him. You think you need to edge of the basin unwallable? So on this map, we intentionally made the edge wallable. We figured that because it was so aggressive with being downhill compared to normal Acropolis, we might as well leave the edge open so that you can build a wall to it. On normal Acropolis, the way I usually do it is when I raise the hill, I ensure that the hill and the rock terrain extends to the edge of the map. So, or that the rock terrain goes between the top of the hill and the edge of the map so that you can't wall to the edge. But for this one, we decided we'd just leave it wallable. And I think the map has been at least aggressive enough that it's been a nice setup. Well, there's room for little tweaks and whatnot. But early on, we had maps where players would spawn in the corners, and they'd have like hills at the back, and they only like tiny slivers where they could wall. And we decided, you know, let's cut that down, make it a bit more consistent. Like the consistency of the version that we have right now. So there's Loom for Sobek. Probably enables a lot of the FCs on the map. Yeah, and I think having a map like this where you can FC, but you're going to face a lot of pressure for it is a nice twist. It's an open map, but it's a bit different than some of the other open maps in the map pool. So that helps out. I'm still trying to figure out how to make kind of a wooded map. Something like a... I don't want it to be as closed as like Black Forest. Maybe like the map Glade is somewhat what I'm thinking of for a 1v1 map. I think maybe a very different than Glade. I don't want to like repeat the same thing, but kind of in that vein of lots of wood and a heavily forested type of map. I'm not quite sure what to do, but I think Reverse Acropolis is kind of the tempo I'm kind of thinking of. Which is maybe a weird thing to say that this is kind of closed or forested, but it kind of fulfills the role of you have your own base, but then there are bigger wood lines kind of away from it. But yeah, no FC from Sobek, just 19 pop up. Should always go Rathas after opening Feudal. Should always go Scouts into Rathas. We'll have a Drush from Capoch. Militia heading forward. So archer range and house up for both those players. I mean, for both those players, for both those pairs of villagers. Still getting back into the swing of the casting thing. I can tell I'm not 100% from this migraine yet. Maybe we can swap out the rocks in the pond with explosive barrels? Like shooting fish in a barrel. Only the fish explode. And they're not fish, they're explosives. And Men-at-Arms now from Capoch, hitting the berries, and we'll be fighting the Vills, and that is one dead Vill from Sobek. And this will be a second dead Vill from Sobek, and this in all likelihood will be a third dead Vill from Sobek. No, he does manage to escape to the TC. And now with the defensive archer, is in a tough spot as there are more Vills on this woodline that are not walled in, and Sobek not walling. Oh, so there's that third dead Vil. Is this gonna be a fourth dead Vil? It'll be close, yes. So 4 Vils killed from the man-at-arms push, and the scout might just escape? Oh, 1 HP. He'll probably be chased down by Sobek's scout. That's about as effective as Capoch could have wanted for his men-at-arms. Maybe he runs to the hill and just tries to turn around and get a hit, but he'll keep going. Don't think he can get away, though. He would need a very straight line to the TC, and I don't know if he can get one in time. That only Leary loses 5 Vils to men-at-arms? Well, Leary will micro his archers and kill 18-0 afterwards. So it's okay. Maybe Capoch will get back. I think he needs to delete that house and just run straight to the TC. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, I had hope that he would have gotten back. 1 HP, got most of the way, but not all the way, and all the way is what he needed. So Archer versus Archer, who is patrolling? Neither player is patrolling. And they walk past each other. Okay. Gotta stand ground patrol your archers. No, neither player with fletching. And the wall's not up yet for Capoch. And, oh, okay, he does wall. Speed walls. 27 HP. I'll sacrifice a Vil for a bit more HP on the wall. And maybe greedily try to get the Vil back. Ooh, Scout picks the Vil. Poor Scout tripped on a branch. Ooh, low HP Vil, trying to dodge, doesn't kill the Scout. 1 HP left. 8 HP on the house. Archers probably should have focused the house. Meanwhile, Capoch will push Sobek away from the wood line. Push him away from the wood line. And a couple of archers from Sobek will come over. Try to fight this. There's a palisade gate and a house behind this. Vil's going down to archers. All the Vil's going down.
Hảo dân xin chào lần. Bái kiến điện hạ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Tôn
nữ xin chào lệnh.
Điện hạ có gì sao không?
Skirms fight the archers, and then Sobek not really able to raid. Capoch get up by 3 Vils still. 7-2 KD, must have gotten a couple more Vils on that wood line. And if everything feels like it's going Capoch's way so far, other than losing that scout. I'll try to leave through the front of the base and see if maybe he can catch the archers. Doesn't see them anymore, doesn't have town watch. Well, with a few skirms, if he catches the archer army out here, he should be able to eliminate it. And skirms all go down to the archers. Another market for Sobek. As Capoch comes forward, and we'll try to hit the Vil who's walling up. Okay, the wall's not up in time. Sobek went back to the gold. And he'll just call the GG when the archers come in. Okay. He sees the archers and says, let's call it. Let's call the GG. Oh, there's a win for Capoch. First of 3 that he'll need for the sweep. That was a very sudden ending to your game. Well, Capoch, to be fair, he dominated for the whole game since those men-at-arms got in. And probably fair for Sobek to call the GG there if he's going to lose Vils and can't do damage. Yeah, he never really got his footing in that game. I think that's a good way to describe it. Right from the start, the Men-at-Arms, nothing worked out. That's a win for Capoch. Oh, we have a Seychelles game. That might be a long game. We've seen those go long so far. So it's Vietnamese over Bengalis. Now, there still are Mongols in there. Mongols from Mudflow could be interesting. And now we just gotta wait for our base to post game 2. I will remember, I'll do an ad between the games. That way we get it out of the way. I'll remember, put my mind to work. Yeah, get back into the flow of streaming. Oh yes, I can zoom in on my YouTube chat and read it better. Good. Alright, I think I muted myself during the sneeze. We're all good. So, Capoch still here, needing a sweep. No matter what, I think he's guaranteed to be top 3, but he really needs that sweep to be first. Doubt, hoping for Sobek, pulling for Sobek, hoping that somehow, someway, Sobek can get a win. Maybe the Mongols on Mudflow could be Doubt's Step Lancer strategy. Alright, game number 2. And oh boy. Oh boy. Do y'all remember Doubt Capoch on this map on Mudflow? Where Doubt picked the Mongols as Sobek did here and went FC Step Lancers against Capoch, who picked the Malay and Fish Boomed? And here we see Capoch again not taking the salmon under the TC. Could this be a repeat of that game? You think maybe Doubt coached Sobek, said, hey, this is how you do it. Take the fish, be the Mongols, unleash the Step Lancers? This is very different, though, because the fishing ships can garrison. These wrecks, I think, were played, according to our base, they were played about an hour ago, or they were played at 15 GMT, so what's that, 2.5 hours ago? Or started at that time? So I think he'll know where he is. I think he'll know where he is.
Timo.
Timo, Amarmindo.
Fishing garrison should be strong here because it also means they can't run under your TC. Yeah, I guess that's true, right? If you garrison your fishing ships to attack Step Lancers, you'll have basically 2 towers defending your TC. It completely changes how the Civ matchup plays with regards to raiding the fishing ships. You have 2 berry patches, of course, but they won't last you forever, and don't know if you're even going to mill them if you're going to go for the dock. What is the dock range when garrison? That is a good question. I'm actually not actually sure. Well, we'll see it when it pops up. Extra line of sight for the Malay can be nice.
Yeah.
And here we have Capoch looking for a lumber camp by the stone. Yeah, there he goes. And walling up a bit more. Only to keep his villas enclosed, make sure step lancers don't kill them. You checked the wiki and it wasn't there? The dock range on the wiki? Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I've not played with that yet. I've played like 1 or 2 games with the Dark Age Champy Rush. I just played a team game on Hideout where I went Champies. It was so silly. You just spam them and attack the gate and break through in the Dark Age. That was crazy. And then I realized units don't attack gates properly. Only played land maps so far, right? All this work for changing the water just for people to ban the water maps, like they've always done. I wonder if they are having a big instance of lots of, like, different map choices right now, where, like, some players will ban all the water maps, and some players will leave them open and favorite them. So I wonder if we're getting more instances of you basically get whatever map is left over right now. 'Cause I had that a lot when I played. I'd ban Arabia favorite arena, but someone would ban arena, and then we play some random map, whatever's in the pool. So Palisade Walls for Sobek. We'll have a mining camp on the gold for him. And then that's loom for both players. A couple of militia pumping out from the barracks. And it will be a drush from Capoch. So Sobek on 22 population with the fish. Lumber camp at home. Is this enough? Is this enough for him to fast castle with steppe lancers as the Mongols? Will he be able to pull it off? Doesn't have all that much food left under the TC, but at least he has berries. Does have loom in case he needs to fight the militia. Small walled the gold already, so that won't be disturbed. Didn't even ban the water maps, funny enough, just Arabia, Golden Pit, and Four Lakes. Four Lakes I consider a water map these days. I guess it's a hybrid map. But it's a very, very focused on the leak aspect, I think. Or cross, as it should properly be known. So militia attacking the palisade along the scouts. See if they can break in somehow, as the Vil goes to repair that. And we'll have the man-at-arms upgrade from Capoch, as we have Feudal Age just in now from Sobek. And a market for him. So this will be a market blacksmith fast castle. Selling the stone, buying the food, and I think he'll be up. He will be up. He'll somehow need to afford a barracks and a stable. But he's got it. He has got it. Let's go. Let's go, Steppe Lancers. And will this be able to thwart Capoch, who has not added in docks? He has not gone for the fish boom. He's taken the fish with the villagers. He's decided, even with being able to garrison, it's too risky. It's too risky, but he is nowhere close to going up. He is going for archers. I don't think he can fight Steppe Lancers now. Yeah, no dock, no dock. Too afraid of the steppies. Hello, Alancit does? So again, this is the first pick for Sobek for his civs, and this is his home map. Capoch lost in this civ matchup to Doubt, and Capoch needs a sweep to finish first. If he doesn't finish first, then he'll lose the tiebreaker to Doubt. Or outright lose to Doubt otherwise. But Capoch needs all 3 wins, and he's first, and he's up to platinum. Otherwise, he has to play in the playoffs.
Yasa kuka baginda.
Amormindo.
Zeker.
Apa shasananya baginda.
Bitimban.
Yasa kuka baginda.
Bildim ben.
Захар. Тиму.
Apa shasananya baginda.
Аморминдо.
And arrows attack the spear.
Yasa kuka baginda.
Spear goes down.
Apa shasananya baginda. Yasa kuka baginda. Here. Apa shasananya baginda. Yasa kuka baginda.
Amormindo.
Bitimban.
Bildim ben.
Here.
And quick walls against the men-at-arms. Ooh, nice! Quick walls there. Vil stays alive. Has to finish the stable. 86%. And Sobek needs to finish the stable. That Vil's getting weak. That Vil's getting very weak. She has to run back. Mining camp deleted. Vils have to run. They will do everything they can to throw up the stable, and they do get it up successfully. That'll be one Vil down, and maybe even a second Vil down. She'll try to run away from the men-at-arms, and no, she does get back. She gets back. Just manages to juke away. And here come a couple of Step Lancers. Now the question for Capoch, or for Sobek, is what do you do with the Step Lancers? How many Step Lancers do you amass before trying to fight this?
Amormindo.
Now, what your economy probably wants to look like is gold. Gold, gold, gold. And he'll be doing everything on the gold that he can. And there are 3 Step Lancers, then fight at the front. Couple of weak Vils there found by Capoch. Nice awareness to find the weak ones. Spear goes down. And now 3 Steppies pick off the archers. I'd go for the archers first. They're kind of isolated. But it looks like he's looking at the bigger army. Ooh, he loses the scout to the spear. Almost to the point where you'd wait for a 4th Step Lancer, but I don't think he can afford that. Has to be very careful in poking and running. He just needs to micro this properly and he should be okay. Sobek selling wood.
Here. Apa shasananya baginda. Yasa kuka baginda.
Men-at-arms attacking the Vil.
Here. Apa
And the Step Lancer is still trying to clear that up. We now have a 4th Steppy. And Capoch wants to group his army up together.
Apa shasananya baginda.
Ooh, that's enough archers still to threaten the Step. The archers don't even have fletching. Capoch, ooh, he needs some fletching at some point. Remember, the Step Lancers don't have to fight this directly, though. They can pick reinforcements, they can try to run forward. Sobek has options of where he moves them, what he does with them.
Apa shasananya baginda. Here.
And looks like finding more archers will be the play. Capoch trying to wall up. If those Vils are found, then they will be killed. Won't be found yet, though. Step Lancer's getting forward. Why not go forward? He was hoping to clean the army, but could never find a location to take a fight. What he was hoping to do was clean the army in the back before the reinforcements could arrive. And now Capoch knows, okay, Sobek has to be taking gold out here. All I have to do is go over there and kill the gold. Sobek has sold the stone, so no tower. But now the Step Lancer is getting in on Capoch's eco. And this is bad for Capoch now. He's losing Vils finally. He is losing Vils. 19 to 39. At the same time, the economy from Sobek is found by Capoch. And he's got nowhere to go. The good thing, though, is that Capoch doesn't have fletching yet. So that's 1 Vil down, probably a 2nd Vil down. And so far, that's a 6-7 KD in favor of Capoch as he will try to run. And there are no more reinforcements here on the way for Sobek. Sobek's just hoovering by the TC. Hey, everyone's economy is in shambles now, but shambles with 20 extra Vils feels pretty good for Capoch. Staying feudal with much more eco. He's losing maybe a couple of spears to the TC, but now Sobek is struggling to get out any more Step Lancers. He's gotten 2. Probably needs still like 3 or 4 at least to take a fight. And oh, we just lost 2 Step Lancers. What did I say? 3 or 4? 3 or 4 is a huge difference from 2. And we'll bring his Step Lancers over. Has to save the Vils. Can't lose any more Vils. And we'll try to group everything up, but that's just getting back to 4 Step Lancers again. Fletching finally in for Capoch. Things not looking good for Sobek. He's not fully dead yet, but things are not looking good for him. Oh, I also figured out why the capture age things happens. It's, capture age apparently doesn't show some objects if I have them selected along with units. So let's see. The Step Lancers will try to take that fight, not doing the best job. And oh, poked by the spears, finally getting uphill. But then if I deselect the Step Lancer... Oh, okay, that didn't happen. Oh, he'll call the GG. Oh, yeah, I was trying to show how selection works in capture age there. So I do that, and then I deselect all that stuff. And then boom, the selection remains when everything is deselected. That's why the stuff is selected when stuff dies. I was told why it happens. Anyway, there's a GG from Sobek, and the Step Lancers were not able to make it work. 6-7, I say. 6-7 indeed. That is the number. 2-0 for Capoch. Now doubt has to worry. Now doubt has to worry as the game 3 will be on Seychelles. Capoch's home map. That was the chance. The FC Step Lancers, the build was clean, but then Capoch did a great job of staying forward with the army, so Sobek wasn't able to clean it up immediately. And that will be a loss on Mudflow for the Mongols against the Malay. And that leaves us... Ooh! Spanish Mapuche or Armenians against Romans, Way, or Dravidians for Seychelles. Guess I should probably do another ad. And now we wait for our base to post another rec. Oh, we have T90 GGs in the chat. T90 GG. Oh, game 3. Tito's posted that. Moving right away. T90 isn't taking time to yap between the games like he usually does. Let's make sure capture age is open. Not crashing my PC. The not crashing the PC part is very important. Let's see, still a bit of an ad, but we'll just start the Dark Age there. Make sure I got my overlay up. So the Mapuche, what is this unique unit? I don't know what the unique unit is. I've not played with it yet. I don't know if we'll see it. Maybe we'll get to learn what it is. But we start with a Champy Scout. And could this be the Champy map? Could we see lots of Champies? We don't see a barracks at the start. But house and a hut. Ooh. Now I'm thinking. Alright, chat. So the final game is on Seychelles. And this hut has got me thinking. It's got me thinking. Did the Inca get extra pop space from the hut too? I don't know about that. Would it be plus 10 from the hut instead of plus 5 pop space? If it is, that would be a sick opening with the barracks and not needing any houses. I don't think they do. I think it's only houses. I'll have to double check that. Usually you don't think of Inca being played on this map. And maybe they would if there was some Champy shenanigans they could do. So Sobek starts with his own Champy. And to start the transport ship, this is an absolutely beautiful map. With all the different islands, the rock and beach islands out along the coastline. I love the different terrains that are mixed in with each other. Some mangrove trees mixed in. But what else will we see from the Mapuche, if not an immediate Dark Age Champy rush?
Tim?
Now, usually the Mapuche are not the Champy rush save. Those are the Inca and the Tupi. They could do it. Could Capoch lame? Is he going to be a lamer? Yeah, he's not going for it. He's not going for the lame. So what is their settlement bonus? Foragers drop off 20% extra food. Not really a water map bonus. Settlements can train spearmen, line, and skirmishers. Whoa. All right, so your mills can train trash units. Trash units. Okay, Capoch was
Yes.
lagging. Someone can translate for me. There's a Rhino lore. Okay, that's cute for this map if you're able to forward and then do spears and skirms. We have seen forwards be very effective on this map. Yeah, the forward settlement. Would like to see that strat, honestly. Forward settlement. Oh, transports chasing each other around the side. Nice of them to give us a little action out there, chasing each other. And what are we gonna see? Okay, this is uncharted territory for us now. The new civs on a water map. So what are the rest of their bonuses? Extra HP, infantry, slingers, and skirmishers, plus 5, 10, 15. Some overlap there with the Vikings bonus of extra infantry HP. But, okay, infantry, slingers, and skirms. Mounted units, plus 3 gold when defeating military units. Wasn't that a bonus on the Persians? That was plus 5 and then was removed. And then just resurrected, I guess. Okay. Enemy castles are revealed on the map. That feels like a Civ builder bonus. There are enemy castles revealed on the map. Alright, there's a settlement for Sobek. That feels like a Civ builder bonus there. Then the Kona and the Bolas Rider. I guess that's a Cav and a Cav Archer, 2 unique units. Slingers and skirmishers deal pass-through damage along with the Bolas Riders. Skirms doing pass-through damage that can be trained from mills. Okay, and Butal Mapu. Team Castle unique units and Bolas Riders cost minus 15%. Ooh, cheaper unique units. That sounds pretty... What if this were like a sling save on Black Forest? You boom, you do trade, and then you sling for a unique unit. Like you sling for Mangadai. Well, they have the old Inca. This is just recycling old bonuses. The old Persians bonus, the old Inca bonus, extra line of sight. Here's a barracks. Do you need a barracks to unlock the training of the spears? I would think no. I guess you just need to be feudal. It has god-awful late-game units. It'd have to be purely a sling civ. That's true. I guess for Black Forest, this might be a full trade boom sling, but there's no eco bonus for slinging. I mean, foragers drop off more food. That won't help you late game. I know where enemy castles are, but yeah, this would not be a good BF pocket civ. No cannon, no siege engineers, no siege onager, no siege ram. I mean, they do have siege engineers. They do have siege engineers, actually. So onager siege engineer would be maybe with heavy scorpion, their late game composition. What's the new Inca bonus? So there are lots of new Inca bonuses, because Inca have settlements that give them an extra plus 5 pop space. They still have their house plus 5 pop space bonus, but then now they have the Champy instead of the Eagle and Militia lines. They'd have the Llama as their current team bonus. They have the redesigned Slinger, which still is anti-infantry, but not as much as in the past, and it now has an attack bonus against monks. They don't have any version with a conversion resistance. Siege and Sling? Yeah, the Llama's the team bonus, if that's what you're asking, yeah. The Llama's their team bonus. They also have the food discount on all their units, so they have cheaper champies. The Mapuche, do they have a bonus on their champies? I don't think they do. They're just more HP. Okay, yeah, that's it, more HP. And they don't count as shock infantry, so the men-at-arms will be able to fight them and take a decent fight. See, one less attack, but they're much faster, so they can run away from the men-at-arms. Men-at-arms won't wreck them, though. That won't be like fighting eagles. And gold walled in. So far, 2 hulks. Oh yes, it's hulk time. We'll probably see galleys on this map. At least on the open water maps, I think we do see a smattering of different types of ships. Scout hits an archer. A good smattering. Not like the hybrid maps, where you see small ponds and it's only... Should there be a stone there? I guess, yeah, that's where the stone goes at the bottom. Don't know if you can actually build a camp there, or maybe you can, it's just the weird angle. Anyway, it's not like the hybrid maps where you only see the hulks. Here at least we get to see all the ships. But healthy dose of hulks no matter what, I think. Maybe you could open pure galleys. If you dock in the middle, though, it's going to be Hulk City. I mean, nothing but hulks. Hulks in small ponds or fire galleys in small ponds? Fire galleys in small ponds infinitely more than hulks because demos are useful. Demos are not useful in this Hulk meta. And also because there was no garrisoning in the docks. I think that makes the small ponds even more boring. It's like, here, yeah, you're doing damage because the dock's idled, but... It's still snowballing. So archers killing the men-at-arms. And we'll see, hulks... Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at. Do docks auto-attack against hulks? I don't think they do. I think you actually need to right-click and target them manually. Alright, also I'm turning on... There's heat in the background. Let me know if you hear it. I turned on the noise suppression in OBS. I'll see if that helps. If not, I can turn it off, but I'd rather be warm. I like being warm. So archers here fighting the men-at-arms. There's murder holes range? But they're not within that, are they? Like, these hulks look like they're outside of it. Maybe they're not? Because hulks only have 1 range. You have to be nestled up against the dock. So Sobek tried to fish in the middle. Capoch clicked up to the castle age. And unless there's something special that the Mapuche are able to do here, I'm not seeing what Sobek has planned. I almost combined their names. I almost said Capoch and Sobek is like Sobek. Like I took the middle syllable of Capoch and inserted that into Sobek. Yeah, murder holes, I believe, applies to docks, yeah. Functionally within the range, people have been going double dock to make sure the hulks get hit. Okay, okay. Interesting, that looked like they were so close to not being in range, but I guess they were. So castle age for Sobek, he'll be over a minute behind, though. And things not looking too good for him.
Sorry.
So bills for Capoch. Looks like he's thinking about going forward. Maybe starting a forward workshop, forward siege in the castle age. And Sobek, you'll just call the GG. Alright, there he goes. As soon as he sees Capoch hit castle, he calls it. And easy 3-0 for Capoch. Easy 3-0 there. 14 to 8 KD for Capoch. And 2 sets that only took 90 minutes. Look at that. That is lovely. Absolutely lovely. And unfortunately for Doubt, he will not be first. Capoch will finish first in his group. Doubt 1 win away. Doubt really needed to get the 3-0 versus Sorokuma yesterday. Sora didn't look too sharp and Doubt didn't either. Well, that means Doubt and Sorokuma will have to face in the playoffs again. Or do they face someone from another group or from their own group? I'm not actually sure about that. But, yep, it will be Doubt. He will be second then. He'll have to go to the playoffs. You face another group? Okay, they face another group then. All right, so it's not a rematch then. Yeah, it makes sense you're not going to do rematches. And let's see. Time to check Wikipedia. From Prisma's group, okay. So let's check the standings here. They'll most likely play Valas. Alright, so Daniel Kasfa will come up next. I don't know if those are Rex or if those are live. They're probably Rex. And let's see, so Capoch will then be 12 wins tied with Doubt, but since he won 2-1 against Doubt, and also before that, since he won all 5 of his sets, he will hold the tiebreaker, so Capoch will be first. Doubt will be second, Sorokuma will be third. So Doubt then will face the second of Group B against the third of Group A, so A and B face off against each other. So that will be either Valis or Valesa, depending on the results of the final week. Valesa against Prisma, who's trying to be number 1 right now. I mean, this could still happen. Let's not be done yet. Wide could also end up 4th, and Valesa Valis could both get sweeps. There is a chance, maybe Overtaken makes the late run, sweeps Wide. Valis and Valesa end up 2nd and 3rd. Oh, hello, Nick Stirs. How are you doing? I saw your stream the other day. Oh, we just had Wikipedia updated. The page is refreshed and didn't update everything. Oh god, we got one of those. Was one of those? No, none of those games were updated. What was just updated? Wikipedia. What updated? Not the set we just casted. Not the set we just casted. Alright, but we're gonna have Kasfa Daniel next. Kasfa in the top 3 right now. And actually, wait, does this set have any implication for Kasfa? So, I didn't even realize it was the same standings page. So Kasfa right now is 3rd, holds the tiebreaker over Turs. This has implications for Daniel. If Daniel gets a sweep, then he is 4th and Turs is relegated. If Daniel does not sweep, then he is relegated. If Daniel sweeps, then 5, 6, 7, 8, Daniel actually finishes in the playoffs. So if Daniel sweeps, he is in the playoffs. And actually, how did he do against Stone Please? He lost to Stone Please. So if Daniel sweeps, he's 3rd and in the playoffs. If he loses a single game, then he is out. If Kasfa wins a single game, or if he wins 2 games, then he's 2nd. He can't go ahead of Classic Pro. Or actually, he can go ahead of Classic Pro, right? Yeah, if Kasfa sweeps, which is entirely likely, he could finish first. He could finish first. He did a Dark Age Champion Rush against Hera. That strat is crazy. So Kasfa with a sweep could finish first. No matter what, though, as long as Kasfa doesn't get swept, he's in the playoffs. And Daniel has not been looking too sharp. But he's a crafty player sometimes. And did I update the title after my first Twitch stream? I don't think I did. This will be Daniel versus Kasfa. Need to remember the titles. Go over to this scene and swap this. This will be Kasfa against Daniel. Moving over to Group D. So now we just check for details. Is this going to be live or is this going to be Rex? Don't actually know. Let me just double check. I'm not missing anything on YouTube. I'm not. I think my chat has been updating properly today, which I'm very happy about. I like my chat updates properly. I need to put another. I need to copy and paste a link every stream, but if it works, it works, and that's one less window I need to worry about. I feel like I'm playing Voobly again with all the windows I get open when I stream. And what is this ping? What is this ping? There'll be a substantial break before the next set. It will be live, and we're working to confirm when players will be available. It'll be 19:30 at the earliest. We'll confirm the time ASAP. What time is it now? Because those two sets were super fast. That is 90 minutes. I do have some map scripting I need to do today. That's a quick stream, but part of me thinks I might call it here then. Because I didn't want to stream too long anyway, because I'm still not feeling 100%. So maybe we'll just raid T90 then. Or maybe someone else. Is Daniela streaming? Is she gonna stay on? Maybe we'll raid her. Is she streaming on YouTube? Let's see that. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna end things here because I don't want to wait around for that, and I need to do some map scripting and get things put together for the Brazil LAN anyway. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably do a longer stream tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be feeling better. Got to build my stamina back up. So, but thank you all very much for watching. Thank you also Coco's Nuts and Hypno Level 37 for the subs. We'll be back tomorrow and do a longer stream. We'll send a raid over to Danny. I think we'll just end on YouTube then. I don't see you streaming on YouTube. Maybe. Yeah, I won't. I won't. If I raid someone, I won't like split the raid into two different peoples. So I'll see you later, YouTube. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll update the title.